Hi friends, welcome back. For today's lesson, you will need your thinking cap, your listening ears, and that's it. Let's get started with our learning targets. We'll continue to work on this target that we started with earlier in the week, but we'll add another target too. Today's learning targets say, I can identify a character's feelings using evidence from the illustrations and the text. Let's read that one again. I can identify a character's feelings using evidence from the illustrations and the text. This learning target was one that we've worked on before. Remember, identify means to pick out, and we're looking for evidence that we can use, and evidence is proof. We'll find that proof in the illustrations and the text. Let's look at learning target number 2. I can describe an event by looking closely at the illustrations. Let's read that again. I can describe an event by looking closely at the illustrations. Identifying and describing are big jobs for you to do while I am reading. Today I'll be reading from our text, The Little Red Pen. Let's start on page 29. I'll read the words and then I'll zoom in so that you can see the illustrations. 2 heavy scissors panted. Any more bright ideas? Yes, cried Highlighter. The hamster wheel. We'll hook the chain to the wheel, then Tank will run the wheel, and it will turn. The chain will... Whoa, Scissors cut in. Tanky Boy hasn't been on the wheel in years. Besides, how are we going to get from here to there? Ruler can be our bridge, declared Highlighter. What? Me a bridge? Ruler snapped. I'm not budging an inch. I heard a lot of feelings on this page. How about you zoom in on the illustration? And I'm going to reread the first sentence because in that sentence, I heard some feelings. The sentence says, 2 heavy scissors panted. Now, when I see that word panted, it reminds me of when my dog is really tired or exhausted, and my dog will go and pant. Humans can be panting too when they're tired. Scissors is the one that's saying that sentence. I want you to show me how you can match how Scissors is feeling. Let me see that on your face. Can you show me how Scissors is panting? Good job. Yes, I think he is exhausted. Let's look at this chart right here. You're going to use your magic finger, just like we did before, to hover over the feeling face that matches our character. And on this page, our character is Scissors. Go ahead and get that finger ready. Take a look at the feelings options. Hover over the face that matches Scissors. Good job. Let's see if I chose the same one as you. On my chart, I circled this face. If you circled that face too, show me a thumbs up. I chose that face because I think that Scissors is exhausted and tired after all the hard work. Now, you're going to look at the sentence. Did you hear a feeling word in that sentence? Take a look at the screen and get your finger ready to hover. I'll read the sentence to you again. 2 heavy scissors panted. Can you circle the word that shows you how Scissors is feeling? Good job. Let's see if we chose the same word. I chose to circle the word panted. Panted is showing me that Scissors is feeling tired and exhausted, because that's what you do when you're tired or exhausted. You might pant. Now, I heard some other feeling words on that page, so let's jump back into our text. And I'm going to reread a sentence that's at the bottom this time. The sentence says, "What? Me a bridge?" Ruler snapped. "I'm not budging an inch." Look at Ruler under there. I want to invite you to make an expression on your face that shows me how Ruler is feeling right here. Can you make your face show me that expression? He is angry, isn't he? Yep, he does not want to become the bridge. On our feelings chart here, this row right here is where you're going to circle the face or the expression that matches how Ruler is feeling. Get your finger ready and take a look at the screen. Hover your finger over the feeling face that matches how Ruler is feeling. Good job. Let's see if I chose the same one that you did. On my chart, I chose this face. If you chose that face, show me a thumbs up. Right, I think that he is feeling angry and upset because he does not want to become the bridge. Now let's look at the sentence and try to circle the word that tells us how he's feeling. Get that finger ready and take a look at the screen. I'll reread the sentence. What? Me a bridge? Ruler snapped. Circle the word that shows us how he is feeling. This is our evidence. Good job. Let's see if I chose the same one as you. On my sheet, I chose the word snapped. Snapped is my proof for how he's feeling. He snapped back at highlighter. That meant that he had a short temper or he was angry. It also helps me know how to read these words and the words after it. Good job picking out those feeling words. I think you're working on learning target number 1. Now let's keep reading in our text to see what happens with Ruler. "Move it," yelled highlighter. "Oh, all right." Ruler stretched out farther, farther, 1 more inch, 1/2 an inch. Clunk. Oh, great. 3 in the pit. Oh no. Did the plan work? Was Ruler able to be the bridge? Nope. Need some help? Yardstick, I thought you were broken and down in the pit, said Yardstick. Nobody throws me in the pit. I may be shorter now, but I'm tall enough to hold up this plant and long enough to be your bridge. Yardstick stretched out farther, farther, 1 more inch, half an inch. He made it. Now I'm going to ask you some questions so that you can describe the event that's happening. And you're going to describe it by looking at the illustrations. That's learning target number 2. Take a look at these illustrations. Why do the characters need Yardstick to be the bridge? Why do the characters need Yardstick to be the bridge? Go ahead and tell me what you're thinking. That's right. The characters need Yardstick to be the bridge so that they can reach Tank's cage. And it looks like it's going to work. Let's keep reading. Everyone dashed across, but Pencil froze. I'm afraid. Oh, come on, Pencil, you can do it, said Stapler. Don't look down. Sharpener peeked out from under a pile of papers. I'll help you. Ah! Pencil took one look at the sharpener and he bolted across. This page is kind of funny. All of the characters are going across the Yardstick bridge. They opened the cage door and crept inside. Highlighter hooked the paperclip chain to the wheel. Okay, grab Tank. We're hauling him over. Snort, snort. Hamster grande, Quinchetta groaned. Muy grande. They huffed and they puffed until finally they pulled Tank onto the wheel. Highlighter took a deep breath. Wake up, Tank! Run! Quinchetta smiled. I can wake him up. So they're trying to get Tank to go across to get in that wheel, but it looks like he is snoring. Now at the bottom, Quinchetta says, I can wake him up. Why do you think she is smiling when she says she will wake him up? Look at that illustration so that you can describe why is she smiling when she says, I can wake him up. Go ahead and share your thinking with me. Yes, I think she might be up to something mischievous. In our illustration, you can see that she's smiling. So maybe she has a plan to poke him and she thinks it'll be funny. Because remember, she's a push pin. Poke. Roar! Tankzilla! Pencil shrieked. It's the end of the world! Now, on these pages, we're seeing that they're all working together. Lots of collaboration, right? And some of the characters have even changed a little bit. On these pages, I want you to think about how the stapler is changing. I'll go ahead and read this page too while you're thinking about that question. Run, he's after us. I'm running in circles. Where's Tank? Who knows? Just keep going. Hey, the wheel is turning. Now, like I said, they're all starting to work together. And in the beginning of our text, they didn't all want to work together. When I think about Stapler on these illustrations and the illustration before, how is Stapler different in the end of the text compared to the beginning of the text? How is Stapler different? Think about that question. Do you think you can give me a full sentence about how Stapler has changed from the beginning to the end? That's right, and you're using some good proof or evidence from our text. Stapler, in these illustrations, he's starting to help out. It shows me that he's changing, right? You can see that he's trying to collaborate with the other characters. He's no longer fighting with the other characters. Good job. You are using evidence or proof from your text to describe how the characters are feeling. And you use those illustrations too. Great job. You have worked really hard on your learning targets today. You identified characters' feelings and you described events by looking at the illustrations. Now, in our text, all through this book, we have been noticing and talking about habits of character and how the tools are using those habits of character to get the job done. Today, during independent work, you're going to think about perseverance as you continue to process our text. You've done a great job today, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.